Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching this out there on the World Wide Web. This is Jeremy Geelan for SYS-CON TV. We are here at 9th Cloud Expo. Cloud Expo Silicon Valley. We're in Santa Clara, California. I had to think there for a moment. As is Guatam Goswami. Thank you so much for joining us. It means we've got Actuate and we've got the general manager of BIRT onDemand, no less. Well, BIRT in general. What is BIRT onDemand? Why is that suddenly, that on-demand part being added here?
BIRT onDemand is basically Actuate's version of Actuate's cloud offering. What we have done is we have merged our enterprise application platform, which is BIRT iServers, and Amazon Cloud to create something that we call BIRT onDemand. Right. It's very differentiated from regular SaaS offerings because it's on the cloud, it's virtualized, it gives a very new take towards SaaS BI, and that's what my talk was about.
So for those who weren't at that talk, let's just quickly tell them the title because it was a good one.
Well, the talk was what's next for Cloud BI? What is the next thing in Cloud BI that is making it more palatable and more useful and usable for our end users actually? One of the things that you noticed, and you must know this, that one of the first few SaaS BI vendors like Lucidera and stuff, they jumped in and they had to jump out because they were a little bit too early. Cloud technology had not matured. As I said, I've been watching it for 6 years, so I've been coming here often, and we have seen how cloud security has matured. And with Amazon as a partner and with having a lot of advances to the product, we've been able to put together something that will create, or that is given our end users the same kind of security that they can expect inside their firewalls, or even more, much more, at a much, much lower price and a much more better utilization.
And you know, if we take those two things, Guatam, the security aspect and maybe the price aspect, which was the barrier, or was it both of them?
Security. The price was a no-brainer. Obviously, it's way cheaper, but that would not push people over. Security was the last problem.
That was the showstopper.
That was a showstopper because remember one thing, when it comes to BI, was business information or financial information, it is almost impossible for somebody to justify, even if it's cheap, to put it out there when it's not secure. So security was number one.
If somebody hasn't followed Actuate, followed how it all works, how do you introduce yourselves?
Well, Actuate has been around for 18 years. So we're one of the, as I like to call it, we're one of the largest BI vendors in the big financial space. So you talk about Bank of America, American Express, for your financial services, for investment management, portfolio reporting. So we are behind the scenes, we're very transparent, but you are using us and you don't even know.
Unknowingly.
Yes.
And what about, you know, in terms of this industry, obviously it's a very great thing that you say cloud and everybody pays attention, so Cloud BI, that's a really strong thing to be involved in. But you were quite happily doing SaaS BI. Does this sudden attachment of those two terms, cloud and BI, does that help you enormously?
Actually, we did not try to use it as a marketing term. What we realized is that our architecture, as I was explaining in my stuff, is not a SaaS model. Right. It's more of a cloud model because we are the only provider that's giving our end users or our clients completely independent memory spaces and databases for each of their account, and that's only possible because of the cloud.
So actually it was kind of ahead of the curve.
Yes, we built our application on the cloud. We didn't build it and then retrofit on the cloud. We worked with Amazon to create what we call as our clustering mechanism is linearly available, and it's what we call no time. It is in memory, so there is no need to take down a cluster, expand it, and go it again. Add config file, add +1, there's another cluster, another server added on. So what's happening is that it is the perfect cloud BI solution because we have the cloud aspect, but we're providing a management concept around it. So what SaaS BI was is just a server, a huge server, and a lot of databases, and a lot of people put their stuff in there, and they're all sharing the same application server, sharing a huge database. In our case, we're providing a platform which is cloud-based BI, but with a layer of SaaS around it so they can manage it without having to deal with VMware tools or any other, or Amazon tools. We are giving them the management tools as well as the application.
So who should be using BIRT onDemand? I mean, who are you finding are the easiest people? Once you say what this does, they say, oh my goodness, no more discussions, we're starting with you guys.
Well, large organizations have been the surprise customers. Seems like large corporations, they wanted to do the virtualization thing. They wanted to get rid of the inside the firewall data centers, but they were afraid of security stuff. Right. So when you explain to them how secure it is, how independently managed it is, and how we are creating this N level of security around the system, they are the ones adapting it. And government has been one of my first biggest clients.
That immediately makes me think, would you subscribe? You hear people say it, the cloud is more secure than what we had before. Would you go that far?
That's what my first slide of my presentation was. If you're not spending $1 million at least every year, you're more secure on the cloud. Right. Because right off the bat, you got all the certifications, you got HIPAA, you got all 5 levels of firewalls, you got data recovery, you got backups in 5 different continents. Come on. To spend that much money is going to cost you like billions of dollars.
I'm pretty sure we're capturing the interest now of the people who are watching this. So what do they need to do if they say, hey, the things he's saying, I've realized that myself, I want to connect with you guys?
Basically, not only BIRT onDemand, BIRT actually is available on private cloud as well as public. So whatever is your intention, whether you want to implement it inside your firewall, virtualized, or you do a hybrid situation, we work with Amazon VPC completely, so we can do hybrid clouds, and we can do completely managed SaaS platform, which is BIRT onDemand. But the most important thing, there's no lock-in. Whatever you build with BIRT onDemand, if you decide, hey, I want to move it to my private cloud, one click is moved. The whole application can move into a VMware platform. Right. It's cloud, basically it's not dependent on the Amazon AMI or the VMware.
See, I'm convinced. So are they. How should they connect with you?
BIRTOnDemand.com.
That was simple.
Go to BIRTOnDemand.com and then get all the answers right there.
There you are. Invitation from Guatam Goswami himself. So do it now, and in the meantime, we'll see you in June, I'm guessing.
And less than $1 per day per user. So less than the cup of coffee that you're spending every day.
Hey, much less than the cup of coffee you're spending a day. You're going to save a whole lot of money. Be very popular with your C-suite. Thank you again, Guatam, for joining us here in California, and thank you for watching this out there on the World Wide Web.